Well, welcome back to Traveling McGee. This is part 2 of my time here in coastal North Carolina, and I'm getting ready to explore 4 islands down here below Wilmington. So let's go to the beach. Okay, so I just got to my first beach. I am here in Oak Island. This part of the island is actually called Caswell Beach. As you can see behind me, there is a lighthouse. Well, before I get into all that, so my goal in this video is to kind of explore these 4 island beaches that are down below Wilmington. So you have Oak Island, Holden Beach, Ocean Isle Beach, and Sunset Beach. And each one is different in its own way. So I thought it'd be really cool to do a video on each one and just different things that you can see at each beach. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy. Now I am at Oak Island. This part of the island is actually called Caswell Beach. So it's the northernmost part of Oak Island. And I'm getting ready to learn a little bit more about this lighthouse here. So let's go see what we can find out. So I am here in January. This is actually the first week in January, and it is so comfortable here. It is about 70 degrees right now. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's mostly cloudy day, but there's a nice sea breeze. It's not humid. It's just perfect weather here. I love visiting North Carolina and South Carolina in the wintertime. The weather is just perfect. It's not super hot and it's not freezing cold like up north. Okay, so here's what I found out. So this lighthouse, which is, by the way, completely constructed of concrete, it was built in 1958 and it's 131 feet tall. It doesn't actually have a typical glass lens like you would see in most East Coast lighthouses. It actually has a halogen bulb that produces 4 1-second flashes of light. This is a little kind of marker area. So it looks like they do have tours. It's a 131 steps to get to the outside, or to get to the top, I'm sorry. It looks like it's open all year round. Welcome to the Oak Island Lighthouse. Oh, so I guess it does have a light fixture. I thought they were just on the outside, so I was wrong. LED light. Interesting. Still impressive. It's very big. So you can see here there's a small little plaque, I guess when they dedicated it, but it is completely concrete. And it just goes all the way up there. Now, I don't really like heights, so climbing up to the top of this thing is not really, doesn't really interest me. But if it does for you, it doesn't look like there was a price. I think it's more of a, you just have to be here for a certain tour time. And if you're brave enough to tackle the 130 steps to get up there, I say go for it. Another nice thing, there's a small parking lot down here. And there's actually another parking spot. You can't see it with the bushes, but just on the other side of that, there's a parking lot as well. And there's this nice boardwalk that takes you up and along here. And then the beach is just on the other side too. You cannot use the lighthouse parking to park for the beach. There are signs that say 1 hour parking, so just keep that in mind if you come to visit. There is a beach access parking lot down that way, I think about 2 or 3 blocks. But up and along this boardwalk, there are some signs that you can read. So I'm going to walk over there and just take a look at the beach real quick. Another little view there behind me as I'm walking up this boardwalk. I did want to mention that this is the only lighthouse on the 4 islands that I'm going to be exploring. So I wanted to check this off my bucket list first. Oak Island is also the largest out of the 4 islands, so there's a lot more options of places to stay, a lot more options for places to eat. So if you do vacation here, you have a lot more options than, say, some of the smaller islands where you have to kind of get off the island and find a place to eat. There's several grocery stores here, everything you really need, and it's a really nice community as well. There is a small beach town near here called Southport. It's just a really nice town to explore. A lot of older buildings. It's a very wealthy town. Really nice restaurants and really nice shops, places to walk around and just explore. Okay, well, I'm at my next beach. It's a little bit loud today. The wind's picked up and it's very foggy. It's pretty early this morning, but I'm here in Holden Beach, and I'm going to be walking to one of the 2 mailboxes that they have. It's a relatively small island. There's a lot of older people. You know, it's a family beach, but it's not, it's definitely not a big party scene. So it's a really calm, peaceful area. A lot of full-time residents, so pretty cool place to explore, but let's go check out this mailbox. Alright, well, it is much quieter here on the other side. So now I'm kind of like on the back bay area, where there is a lot less wind, and you can actually see the tide moving out. Just kind of barely. But that is Oak Island, where I was yesterday. It's a nice, calm area. Lots of birds. Beautiful. But anyway, here is the north end Holden Beach mailbox. See that someone just kind of put it there on a wood post, and if you open it up, there are a couple pieces of paper in here, and people leave messages and things like that. So that's pretty cool. I think it's kind of unique to the beaches down here, but it's just a nice kind of fun memento as you walk your way up to one end and or the other end. You know, there's something there that you can visit and leave a little note or encourage someone else, or put down an affirmation, or wish someone luck, or make a wish for the next year, then whatever. I think that's pretty cool, pretty unique to this area. Here's a little bit of a better view of the ICH. You can see this is mainland Holden Beach, and then this is the island part. The Intercoastal Highway just runs right through the middle here. Lots of docks. Beautiful back bay area, and again that just follows all the way through and goes back behind Oak Island there. It continues to cut all the way through there. Nice inlet that divides both islands. You can see the fog that's coming in from the ocean. That's pretty cool. But again, this is the back side of the north end of Holden Beach. You can definitely see why this is called the Emerald Coast. The water isn't quite blue, but it has a beautiful greenish, kind of dark green hue to it. But it is relatively clear. It's cold, but it's pretty cool to be able to see deep into the water. There's not a whole lot to do here in Holden Beach. Like I said, it's kind of just a sleepy residential type beach. I think there might be a restaurant or two on just before you get onto the main causeway to get onto Holden Beach. It's definitely a great beach to just be alone and relax by the water. Highly recommend. Oh. Nice. Beautiful. All right, well now I am here at the Holden Beach fishing pier. You can see it there behind me. It's closed for the season, but there's a lot of people in this area searching for shells and walking along the beach. So I'm just gonna walk around here and show you what it looks like. So I'm seeing these massive clamshell pieces. There's two there. There's another one here. I mean, they're huge. I can only imagine how big the actual clam is. Here's another one down here. I mean, just super big. Well, now I'm here in Ocean Isle Beach, which is just above Sunset Beach. I really wanted to show you, so they have, it's called the Coastal Carolina Museum. I'm gonna put a little blurb here so you can check out their website if you want to. You know, a lot of exhibits on coastal Carolina and different shells, and they have a couple live aquariums that you can check out. A whole bunch of stuff, but unfortunately, and I maybe misread it wrong or whatever, but unfortunately it is closed this week. Of course, it seems to always be my luck, but this is actually where I've been staying all week. In case anybody was wondering, I'm not in the van this week. I decided to splurge a little bit and get a hotel room. It was my Christmas gift to myself this year. If you can see just behind me there, behind those houses, that is Holden Beach, where I literally just was. So let's see what's down by the water. Ocean Isle is actually a pretty ritzy area. There's a lot of very expensive homes here. But the good news is a lot of them are rentals. So if you are looking for a place at the beach, maybe for a big group of people, say, I don't know, more than 6, great place to check out. There's a beautiful, just perfectly flat beach, not too far away from the homes. There is public beach access about every, I'd say, half a mile, but just tons of options for places to stay. Also, quite a few restaurants are nearby. There are shops that you can visit as well. So it's really all-inclusive, great family beach. I did want to mention too that a lot of the beaches that I have visited so far along the Emerald Coast are very dog friendly. So no one really has an issue if you want to bring your dog out. It's just a great place all around. Everyone's super friendly. Anybody that you pass by walking on the beach, everyone's going to say hi to you. It's just super friendly, very family oriented, and relatively cheap. Highly recommend. What I found, how cool. I've been finding pieces of them all week, but to find an actual whole one, it's pretty good luck, I think. Okay, so now I am here in Sunset Beach, which is pretty much as far south as you can go in North Carolina before you hit the South Carolina border, which is actually what I'm doing today. I'm taking quite a long walk here on the beach. It'll be about 5 miles round trip, but it takes you out to this, it's called the Sunset Beach mailbox. I'm about halfway on this little boardwalk just to get to the beach, and you can see how far away the houses are. So when you do get out on the beach, you don't see any houses at all. So I think that's a pretty cool part of Sunset Beach. The sand here is really hard as well, so it makes it really nice for walking. I have hiking boots on, and you wouldn't even know I was walking on sand. Well, unfortunately, I'm not seeing many shells. About halfway through the first layout, but there are a lot of these little guys. Unfortunately, they're not whole. Hoping I come across a whole one, but nice little sand dollar half, 50 cents worth. right, well, this is as far south as I can go. I don't know if you can see it out there, but past those two buoys here, the red and green one, all the way out there, you might see some high rises. That's Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, I guess. And then this is a small little bay area here that runs behind Sunset Beach. A couple people getting ready to kayak. However, technically I am in South Carolina now. The state line is about 2/10 of a mile back north. So there was a small little marker. I wanted to walk all the way to the end first, but when I pass by it again, I'll show it to you. The dead crab. That's a pretty big one though. Alright, so here's the state line marker. Hopefully you can see it there. Someone put this tree in, put a couple little sand dollars on there. But right there's the state boundary. So pretty cool to walk into a different state, especially on a beach. Now, like I said, I'm going to go look at that mailbox. Hopefully it's not too crowded. There's a decent amount of people out today, but it's really beautiful out. I mean, the weather is perfect. The sun's out, no clouds. I think it's about maybe 67, 65. Nice sea breeze. Can't beat it. Well, it's a pretty small area up there, and I didn't want to impede anybody's time. Plus, I didn't want to record anything that was written down in any of the books or anything, just out of privacy. So it's really just a mailbox. There's two wooden benches there that you can sit on and relax and look out over the beach, but it seems to be a pretty popular spot today. In case you were wondering, this is what Sunset Beach is known for. Well, as my time here comes to an end, I just want to kind of show everybody that I am the only person on the beach. Just see, it's just me here. I'm still really bummed that that museum wasn't open. I apologize, I must have read it wrong, but just got my times mixed up. Oh well, you'll have to come down here and visit it yourself. And I do just want to say that there is so much more to see and do here than what I'm just showing you in this video. I managed to capture a small little percent of what you can actually do here and what you can see here. So don't just take my word for it. Make sure you come down here and visit and vacation and explore for yourself, because I don't think you will be disappointed. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thanks for sticking it out to the end of this two-part series while I'm down here in North Carolina. So until I see everybody on the next video, adios.